Howdy ho, retro gamers! How are you guys today? It is Nintenjoel, and it is time for a requested video. Don't get a whole lot of requested videos, but once in a while I do, and this one's actually been requested for a while. Quite a while. Many times, by many different people, too. I think that's because a lot of my friends know that I'm actually a fan of the Retron 5, and they know that I translate RPGs, and some of them are starting to get a little interested in it, or have just started getting into it, so this video is for those people. The people that have a Retron 5 and haven't utilized it to its full capabilities yet, or for people that are interested in getting a Retron 5 for, you know, translation purposes, or the fact that it, you know, streams out your games in HD. It's incredible. Who this video is not for. People that don't like the Retron 5. Why are you watching this? Go watch something else. Go watch PewDiePie. Go watch Markiplier or something. I don't care. Go watch somebody else. You're not going to care about this video. I don't want to hear about how it's an emulation machine. I know it's an emulation machine. I know that I could put ROMs on there and I shouldn't bother collecting these carts. No, it doesn't matter. I like collecting physical media. That's why I collect retro games and CDs and occasionally vinyl and toys and movies. Anyways, my point is I like physical media, and I feel like I'm kind of rescuing this stuff, and it's so cheap. Like, import games are super cheap. So, this video is not for people that don't like Retron 5s, so don't bother watching it. However, like I said, this is for people that want to utilize this to the full capabilities and translate a few games. Find out about some games that none of your friends have played before. You know how cool it is for me to say, I've beat Live-A-Live on Super Famicom? Because I personally don't know anybody in my circle of friends that has beaten Live-A-Live. That is cool. It's neat to know that I can play a game that nobody else has because I took the time to, you know, well, that one I didn't import. That's a repro, but point being, I have beat imports as well. Ease 5, I did a review on that. That's a good example. But yeah, it's cool to beat games that we never got over here. It really is cool, and the translations are usually very well done, as the case with this game that I'm going to show you. So, to make this intro very long, I've got a game here. It is Shin Megami Tensei 2, and we are going to apply a translation patch to it, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to make sure that it works, and yeah, it should be fun. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. Let's see what we got here. Thanks for watching. Let's go to the next segment. Alright, here we go. Necessary ingredients for translating games. First of all, we've got the obvious thing, the freaking game. That would help. Got the Retron 5. I got the nice shiny black one. Also, slightly newer model. The older ones seem to have a little more problems than the newer ones. I haven't really had any problems with this. It is kind of finicky with the Famicom cart slot, but whatever. Actually playing Famicom carts any other way is finicky as well, so yeah, but anyways, you're going to probably need a controller, but you are going to need this SD card right here as well, because you need to throw the patch on an SD card. So let's first just take care of that. Got our SD card. You need to put your SD card on a computer or some way of reading this, because you need to put the translation patch onto an SD card, which can then be put onto the Retron 5. So hopefully you have some way of reading an SD card. So we're going to throw that in the computer, if I can freaking get it in there straight. So that's number one. Number two, I'm going to go to romhacking.net. I already got it pulled up for you guys. However, I'm going to put a link to this site in the description below, and we are going to go to translations. And we will type in Shin Megami. That's probably fine. And we come up with a list of games that have been translated, and who they've been released by, what genre of game they are, what system they're for, and if it's fully playable, an addendum, you know, an unfinished patch or another fully playable patch. So, and it also shows you version, what date it was released, and what language it is translated into. Hopefully you are looking at some English translations here. Otherwise, why are you watching my channel? So, we are looking for Shin Megami Tensei 2. That's what we got, right? Yep, that's what we got. And it does have a fully playable translation. Whoa, that makes my finger look red. Okay, so we're going to click on Shin Megami Tensei 2. And you usually get a nice description here. It usually tells you about the game, and then it'll tell you about translations and what crap has been going on. Sometimes these translations, or sometimes these descriptions are very good and super long. Sometimes they're pretty minimal. This one's decent. But anyways, we're just going to go down here to download. And usually it's going to take you another screen that says, I am a human, you know, fill in these numbers. But I already downloaded a patch today, so we are going to go to... So this is my removable disk. This is full of patches, but actually I need to go to my downloads first. So there we go. Shin Megami Tensei 2. E means English. We're going to extract here. You do need to extract your files somehow. You know, WinZip or WinRAR, whichever one it is that's used to unzip them. Just do a Google search for unzipping files. The unzipper I'm using, I believe, is just on the Windows Explorer. I'm pretty darn sure. But anyways, usually get some, you know, info, a README file. I know for a fact this is a pretty standard patch, but this is what you're going for right here. This file right here, the .ips file, that is your actual patch file. You're going to cut that, and we're going to go back to my removable disk. And we're going to put this in, you know what, we're just going to put it right here on the main page. SMT2E is the name of the file. I usually change the names of the file, no big deal. But anyways, these transfer super quick, so no big deal there. Now, let's grab out. Whoa, really hard to aim when you're doing it through camera. Alright, so we're going to throw this in the back of the Retron, the SD slot. And on screen you can see right there's a little icon that says SD that ensures that your SD card is working and that you can see it's working. Okay, so now you're going to go ahead and take your Shin Megami Tensei 2 cart, throw it in like any other old cart, and have it not read like it sometimes likes to not do. Okay, stupid game wouldn't load at first, but now it is loaded. So, first of all, let's just first play it, and I will show you that it is indeed in Japanese. Here comes the Atlas screen. Love that freaking logo. Love that intro. So cool. But go to the game. First of all, you got your intro right there. Completely in Japanese, so that's a good indication that this has not been translated yet. And of course the title screen's always going to be in Japanese. Well, actually not always. Sometimes they do put new graphics and yeah, but anyways, you can even see the files are in Japanese. And, yep, we want to load that, and we'll walk around here a little bit. But yeah, as you can see, you know, his name's in Japanese. I have no idea what just happened. But, let's reset the game. Go to the main menu. Go to Game Menu. The very first setting, Game-Specific Settings, you can't even select any of these other options until you select a patch. So first select patch, and remember this was named SMT2E, I believe? There it is. Press A to apply the patch, and now you can use all these other options, which, you know, not really needed. You could separate saves for patch. I don't really use the saves on the Retron, but the one that is important is patch expects header. Sometimes games require a header, sometimes they don't. So let's see what happens if we put a header on. I'm not sure which it is at this game, but we put it on. Now press B twice to get out of the menu, and then press play. Now at the bottom, patch file loaded. So it worked. And it does seem to be working. Ooh, or not. Okay, so, yep. Let's try it without a header. So we're going to go back to the main menu. Go to Game Menu, Game-Specific Settings, and Patch Expects Header off. Now back out of there with B button twice, and go back to play. Should say patch file loaded on the bottom, which it does, and there goes your intro screen. Hopefully it works this time. Hint, it does. I've tried this one before. I just wanted to show you everything that happens. You know, you want to be expected. You want to know everything that might happen You know, I don't want you to have information that's only partial and have something like the header come up and not even know what the heck is going on. But anyways, yeah, there you go. So now, getting into the actual game. Gonna switch hands here. Sorry about the moving camera. But as you can see, even the files have been translated now. It obviously worked because now those files are in English. Now go to load, and bam, look at that. Load which file? Holy crap, it's in English. And bam, look at that. Dude's name is Hawk. We couldn't even tell that before. And now you walk around and look, there's a bar. You can go inside. And look, they are talking in English. That is amazing. There you go. That's it. It's super easy. So, yeah. Pretty cool. Okay, guys, so that's it. It's that easy. Applying patches to a Famicom, Super Famicom card, or Game Boy, whatever import you want to try, as long as you see if it's got a translation in the first place. That's generally the first step, is I research games that I might want to get into, and check romhacking.net and see if there's even a translation available, especially a full translation. And then, from there, I go and check prices of the game, like eBay or Amazon. Sometimes, once in a blue moon, Amazon's cheaper than eBay, so check both, just in case. Getsu Fumiden was a good example, actually. It was a lot cheaper on Amazon than it was on eBay. That's not where I got my copy, but anyways, check both places for prices, and then, decide if it's worth the dive, because there are a few that don't work. There are a few games that don't work. I can tell you right off the bat that the first Monster Shell story on Famicom, the patch doesn't work for whatever reason. Front Mission on Super Famicom, unfortunately, does not work. I had to get a repro of that game. Just beat that game recently. And, let's see, Tactics Ogre does not work on Super Famicom. But there are ways to mess with patches and add different, versions to the files, and, yeah, anyways, you can figure that out as well. I don't know a whole lot about that, but I can tell you which ones do work. So if you need any hints, if you need to ask me a question, you can message me on Facebook on my Nintenjoel page, or you can message me here on YouTube, or just in the comments below. I usually get around to reading every single comment at some point, usually within the first day or two. So, yeah, ask me a question if you want to know about a specific game. Maybe I know. Maybe I don't. But I do know about quite a few, and I'm working on a list. So that's it. There you go. Pretty super easy to do job, as long as you have a Retron, an SD card, and a way to read that SD card. You should be fine. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought of this video. Did you like this video? Was this helpful at all to you? Is this something that you'd like to see more of in the future? And if so, subscribe. That'd be great. You're already here. May as well. And if you did like it, why not give it a thumbs up? So, yeah, that's it. Pretty much. Shin Megami Tensei 2. Go play this game. It's freaking amazing. Rad dungeon crawler that's super, super, super dark. Way darker than what you'd get anything of that variety over here. We would not get a game like this in the United States. That's why this did not come out. And this is the only way you're going to play this unless you want to play stupid emulation. And yes, somebody's going to say, Retron 5's emulation. Shut up! Keep rocking the retro games.